What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Twister, and this is the place where we talking about different TV shows. And today we talking about the episode 9 TV show from season 3. The name of this episode, Revelations, chapter 1. Did we get a lot of those revelations? I don't think so, but let's at least talk about the stuff they show us. You know what? Every time when in this show I hear one of the characters saying, "We need to talk," something inside of me waking up, something evil. I cannot help it. This is such a cliche word from this TV show, and even I'm thinking maybe we should start like a drinking game. If every time we hear someone say we need to talk, we need to drink. This way, maybe this show will be a little bit more tolerable. Okay, anyway, there is episodes where I can give like 10 out of 10. There was episodes where I was giving like 6 out of 10. Last episode I gave 9. This episode I gave only 7, and I will explain why. And again, guys, this is the place I'm feeling like I'm trying at least create place. It's going to be kind of like a book club just for the TV shows. If you watched it and you want to discuss with someone, talk about it, say your pluses and minuses, I want to create that kind of atmosphere over here. So don't be shy. Welcome in the comments. Let's talk through. Maybe I didn't understand something and you will explain me. Go ahead. I'm open for any conversation. This video not like I'm chopping the video in the 10 minutes and it's like all Eastern eggs, whatever you lost there. No, this long video, long format for those of you who's cooking, cleaning, going for a walk, and you just want to listen podcast with Twister, who is have always have something to say. And what I promise for you, my videos never scripted. They never edited, recorded with the one take. If I made a mistake, you will see it, hear it, or whatever you prefer. So, we're waiting for the next week. Next week it's going to be finale, November 24th, and the title of the last episode is going to be Revelations Chapter 2. Even when I saw the titles, I kind of understood that we're not going to have the whole episode with good beginning where they bring every different keys and bring them to the home by the end of the episode. I knew that's going to be even bigger cliffhanger than any others because this is supposed to be like 2 chapter finale. So I didn't had the huge expectations, and I'm glad they start giving some new clarifications, but I feel like clarifications what they gave, especially with Tabitha, it confused me even more. I know on the internet right now a bunch of spoilers going around. I'm trying to stay away from them. So if you know the spoilers and you know for sure what is happening in the last episode, please write for spoilers and then dot, and only after that write it down, because I know a lot of people prefer to watch from week to week to get their own opinion on standing on the show. Let's to be a little bit easier, I took a bunch of screenshots and I split them, placed them together by groups, so we do not jump a lot between characters. We stay in the same kind of storyline. Maybe that's going to help a bit to have some kind of fluidity to the story. So let's talk it through. Oh, sorry, that's my subscription from main channel, but you can subscribe here as well. We're starting with Fatima sitting in that underground room where she has been captured and held by Ejin, and he has been a nice host. He prepared multiple bottle jars with his own blood, and maybe he even washed them. I don't know, but keep it next to the candle, maybe so they can stay warm. But the whole thing, him saying that, like, uh, he thinks whatever he is doing for the best. And at this moment, I need to everyone like stop for a second. We know that normally if someone is drinking blood, that's evil. If something captured the woman against her will, of course it's evil. But just for a second, if what if that lady is in a kimono, she's not a bad person? What if she is for real trying to help it out? If we look at the door, we can see that amulet over there, that talisman. It's over there. And that's what Boyd was talking with the Alice. They specifically talk about that. They make a point like she left, but that protection stone, it's gone together with her. And my thinking, like, if monsters will be responsible for that, if something evil was responsible for her making this baby or whatever, then why to take something that protects her from a monsters? Wouldn't be more reasonable do not put that protection on the door and let the monsters come, do some kind of ritual, stay next to her? But they make a point that the talisman, she took it with her, or it has been taken by Elgin, and it's we see that on a door. So, or he is tricked and he is confused and he's lied, he's doing something good, and they can tolerate with that, like, okay, you can keep that rock on the door. Or maybe for real this lady is not bad. I don't know. Though when she showed up first time and he was taking the bath, she was like, I don't know if the good ghost would try to drown you, but maybe she was not drowning him. Maybe she was just trying to wash his hair. I don't know. She's like, oh, you need to go deeper in the water. Let's put some shampoo. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we doesn't see the whole picture. Maybe we do not know what exactly conversation happening between Elgin and that ghost lady. So let's wait. But my hope that maybe showrunners, at least at this moment, not everything is so obvious. Maybe there is a double meaning, and maybe this baby, it is for good, or maybe even if it's evil baby, they trying to keep it here so the monsters wouldn't get to them. But you might ask me, but Sarah, she heard the voice, them laughing about it. But what exactly ghosts did for Sarah? We will come to that and we will talk what they was talking about. But Elgin gave her some food and saying like, you need to eat it. You attacked the lady only because she was hungry. You know, people sometimes, to be honest, sometimes we had been hungry so much that if someone come to us with the wrong questions, we wouldn't mind to take scissors and stab them too if they like keep asking you and you hungry. Just leave me alone. Let me eat first. But yeah, he push her and make her drink his blood. Maybe it helps kill that hunger, but at the same time, it's feeding that baby inside of her. So back to the Victor, when he is so upset about whatever he did make his mom die. She went outside and she got eaten by monsters. Now he's blaming himself. He's thinking whatever he did, that was so bad. And we seen Tabitha trying to stop him and mysterious music playing, and something happened with her. She is seen some kind of vision. They didn't show us this vision in the beginning, but they show in the end what kind of stuff she starts seeing it. And over here, I cannot make a sense of it. What is actually happening? Yes, I saw the movie Ghost with the Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick Swayze, and sometimes touching someone, those mediums. Again, I do not believe for the mediums in real life, but for the sake of the show, okay, let's believe that maybe we have people who can communicate to the dead. We see Boyd talking to the pastor. We seen um, uh, what's his name, Jade talking to the barman Tom. All of that happening. So we know there is a spiritual world, and they can speak with the voice, they can convey messages. That ghost lady in the kimono, she was able to close Tabitha mouth so she can make her be quiet, so she can physically interact with the living. So uh, I'm not sure if Tabitha has ability to see memories of the dead people, or somehow she connected with the mother. Maybe when mother died, her spirit came into her. Maybe there is some kind of reincarnation happening, because she remember what that little girl long long time ago going around the rocks. So what if that's the same? Like in some religions they believe in a reincarnation, that when you die you were reborn as a cow, butterfly, or whatever. So over here maybe there is like one soul who have been like reborn, and she's remembering her past life. So before that, that's the moment when she died in the forest, eaten by Smiley monster, and then she was born in our world. Or it is just a projection of ghost that come into her, and now suddenly she able to see her memories. So hopefully they will explain a little bit more in the next episode, because it will be really upsetting if we're going to finish the season without getting at least some kind of answers. And that's kind of getting old. Just like, oh, you want answers? Hold on, here is the bucket of the new more questions. You doesn't want the, like Jedi do. Like, that's not the droids you're looking for. It's like, answers, you're looking for answers. No, think about new questions, not about the answers. We'll see. Also, what upset me, sometimes we have some characters even in the same place at the same time with the same history, where they just need to freaking talk to each other. And like in this case, we have Mariel and Julie, and they cannot talk. Explain, tell her. I just saw the vision where all three of us was on the chains. Just talk to them. Try to make some kind of meaning out of that. But it's like, oh, it was just probably that dream. Okay, stay here for another night. Whatever. Relationship between whole episode, like Matthew's storyline in this episode, it was annoying for me, I would say, except those last 5 minutes when Julie finally talking to her mom. So, but until then, all this, oh, I'm sorry, I have been a bad husband, duh. We have been seeing this, like talking about this so many episodes, like creators intentionally was making him stupid and bad guy. And finally, they decide to give him some kind of redemption. And he said, okay, if you think whatever you're doing might help us, I believe you. I'm with you. 2 feet, jumping with my 2 feet forward. Okay, I'm all support now. And okay, finally, being a good husband. But they both understand that Julie not telling them something. Moment with the Randall, feeling bad for him again, those cicadas in his head, he hearing them. And again, we do not know why among all of them. All three of them get affected. And why only he could still hear the cicadas? Why just him? Not Julie, not Mariel. Why? And again, no answer, who knows? I like this scene because I also was expecting him just like, okay, don't go with my daughter some to the ruins. I'm not ready to be grandpa or whatever. And even he's like, okay, if you're trying to be a big scary dad right now, it's not working. It just you can just drop that. But I like that he came to him because he's more interested in finding the answers, not just be angry at him to be with his young daughter somewhere in the forest. He understands they have a history. They went together through something. And he respects this. And I think inside he understands nothing romantic was happening between them. But he wants to know what his daughter going through. And that's what I liked for this scene. It was like, okay, that's played good, it's written good, it's conveyed the message that I want to get more and more in the show when we getting some kind of answers. And we hearing again about the hope. We hear that Randall, he pretty much gave up on hope. And in the same time, Jim, he's saying, no, I'm not ready to give up. So to give us that kind of conspiracy, the comparison. If someone doesn't know, English is my third language, but I'm enjoying talking about the TV show. So forgive me for my accent and forgive me if I sometimes can mistake one word over another. I have been living in the States for 21 years, but when you trying to talk without the pause for 20-30 minutes, sometimes things start to click. Especially I just record this video in Russian, so it's little still going, my like Russian language engine still going in the background. We finding out, we see a lot of relationship between parents and kids. That's like red line going through the TV show a lot. But this specific relationship between Boyd and Alice, on that example, we see that his sickness progress, he's feeling bad, and like, we need to talk. He like, we need to talk, sit down, and he open up about the Parkinson, and Alice upset that he told, okay, he's telling nurse, it's understandable because he needed medical opinion, but he kind of upset he told Kenny over his son. But Kenny, he worked with him, he was his deputy, of course he would need to open about that. And Boyd somehow thinks whatever happening to Fatima, I think it's a little bit egocentristic from Boyd. Is like, everything around this happening because of me, and Fatima having the baby probably because of me. They made me watch that lady died because they wanted to break me, and maybe that's they why trying to kill Fatima just because of me. And his son do not really buying it, but at this moment, Norse appear. He's like, okay, it's time for your medical checkup. Let's check your vitals. Um, and she's asking, like, are you doing okay? And we see this reaction from a boy. He just schooled that young police lady about like, how dare you pull, there is bunch of mystery, there is bunch of scary stuff, and you going to pull your gun every time when something crazy happening. And there you go, boy doing exactly the same thing. He saw monster pulling up the gun, what the heck. And I almost felt like he's going to start shooting through the glass. Thankfully the son stopped him, and she is giving him this motion, trying to like place the hints in his head, break his hope. But son was able to stop him. Again, Sarah and her start hearing those voices again. It haven't been for a long time. Last time when she was in the ruins, that's the last time when she heard it. And they told her, like, Fatima is really close. I'm sure they know exactly where is Fatima is. But maybe they want people to find her. But if they will come and like, okay, go stop them, do not make sure the baby do not born. Maybe they like, oh, monsters afraid. Maybe we shouldn't interact with that. But them laughing and saying you're not gonna save her on time, it's one of the two things. Or it's some kind of game they playing with it's they really having fun, like kids is like, oh, hide your teddy bear, and if you're not gonna find him fast enough, he's going to suffocate, and and what, those kind of things, kind of like kids would do. And sometimes for me the kids is the monsters being really childish. We had the stream once with Igor. Some of you came from his channel, by the way. Hello, and tell hi to him back. We was talking about this, and I was suggesting about even the way how the monsters act, the way childish, like smiley monster sitting and in a bus, play almost like playing, or where Boyd came and touched like his cutted hand to give him worms. The smiley monster was almost like a child staying and saying like, I don't like this game. Those moments made me think they might be like children, or they controlled by children, or they might grow as a physically but still have children mind. So that would fit in why they smiling and giggling about, oh, you're not gonna find her on time. Or if they way smarter, then maybe they doing this like double game, pretty much telling, oh, you're not gonna find her on time, and that's going to motivate them to go and find her. And maybe finding her, it's actually a ruined plan of ghosts and going to be in advance of monsters. Again, it's really hard right now. Creators of the show create this huge lore where we have monsters, physical beings, and ghosts, spiritual things. Ghosts can go whatever, show up to whoever they want, and they doesn't care about the talismans. They do not care about any magic protection. And we have monsters who obey the laws of physics, and they obey of law of those talismans. So I guess we just need to sit tight and wait. But there we go. Sarah goes to Boyd, tell to him. We see Donna going through all her grief. Her sister, again, we still doesn't know why that picture has the corner bitten off. Or this picture was damaged and it's whatever left off, or maybe there was someone who photobombed the picture and for some reason they needed to remove that person from that. I don't know. But she's remembering her sister, remembering how they had anniversary for Fatima, and she feels like if we going to tell people Fatima the one who killed Tilly, that's going to crush their spirit, because she was the light of the company with her green thumb, growing the weeds and all that stuff. But everyone loved her. If we're gonna tell people she's evil, a lot of people might lose the hope. That's what, again, that line, that underline going with this show. Hope, hope, hope. And she decided, I'm not going to tell anyone, but we need to make search party and look for Tabitha. Tabitha's belly growing, she was trying to escape, and this is understandable. At least they show us she's a fighter. She was willing to fight, but not so successful. First of all, because she's weak, and in pain, and Elgin way bigger. He cut her and brought her back, but at least she found some kind of ground door where she can get in. It doesn't know where it leads, probably to all those tunnels where the cables come in, but where electricity comes from magically, or will she get to the caves? Will she get to the tree? Who knows? But she found it, and the rule of any TV show or movie that if they show the door, eventually this door going to be open. At least what I'm expecting. At least what I'm expecting. That by the end of the season, we will see this door will be open and Fatima will probably try to escape. That's gonna suck if from that door the monsters will came in. I don't know. We'll see. But talisman's supposed to protect them. The cafeteria has been rebuilt. The family go for the makeup breakfast, but it's not really helping. Everyone upset about something. Everyone has something on their mind. This scene was a little bit stereotypical childish. It's like Fatima lost. Everyone like, oh, Fatima lost, Fatima lost, Fatima lost. I don't know. This one was just like, okay, I just need to survive through this and through this whole scene. By the way, I heard the creators of the show, they intentionally keep the Acosta first name, that it's supposed to have some kind of meaning. So after I read that interview, I'm kind of like, okay, all that I'm thinking now, what is her first name? What they hiding? And hold that speech, we need to find Fatima, let's split on the two, she's somewhere here, the monster's trying to get the hope out of us, let's show the middle finger. I don't know, this scene felt almost like a checkbox that they needed to film to have some kind of logical connection point. There we go, making the search party. But I wasn't really super impressed by that. Anytime in this show anything involved extras, in my eyes, it drops. Because they're extras they pick up with cheapest people from a street without any acting experience, or I don't know. Anytime when I see scenes with the extras, I'm just like, "Ugh, I wish they wouldn't do that. I wish they would just even skip that. If they cannot make it well, better do not do it though. But they need to show that there is more people live in the village than just Boyd and his band. Decide to split up. He goes with the Kenny, and Alice goes with Elgin. Okay. This Acosta, she pisses me off a lot. Probably the last time characters that annoyed the crap out of me, it was sand snakes in Game of Thrones. Anytime when they would show them, I'm like, how can you be such a annoying character? She's so annoying for me. I understand maybe her heart in the right place. She trying to solve this puzzle and everything, and all what I want to say exactly that Donna told her. Just like, calm down. We do not have time right now to take you and give you crash course on how to live in this place and how survive here and what kind of laws connect things in here. So just let it go. Just go with the flow. Uh, it was okay that they show us making peace between Boyd and Kenny. He apologized another time. Kenny agreed to be deputy again. Okay, scene just to be there. Crazy stuff. Why they keep talking about the mom? Alice's mom. I understand they're trying to make some kind of parallel between uh, your mom got crazy, you lost her, and now Fatima going crazy and you're afraid you're gonna lose her. So I understand this, but somehow it looks like he got surprised way more than he should. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just seeing stuff where it is not there, but I thought they really underlined this moment for some reason. Talked again about the Fatima, and we hearing how Elgin he keep going to that dream he saw. At some point, it saved them when on a night when I just find out she's pregnant. I know what to do, and right now it's everything will be fine. And his things is like we don't have all the information yet, and that's what I feel pretty much about whole TV show from it. Just it's almost like creators of the show saying like it's okay if you do not understand because you do not have all information yet. I don't know how much patience inside of me to keep waiting for those answers, but I guess we stuck, guys. The road was blocked with the tree. We got here, and until the show is over, I don't know if you will be able to get out. And again, understand me right. I like this show. I'm watching willingly. No one glue me to the table and saying like, okay, you must to watch this. Just sit and watch. No one glue me to the chair. No one. I'm just making choice in watching this show. And it keeps my interest, but because I'm trying to find out how it's going to end. I need to give the compliment to actor who plays Elgin because specifically in this scene we see him, you know that in a cult when cult followers they looking at their leader with those kind of eyes. He's playing with those wide open eyes, blinking so rarely. You can see he has devotion to this goal. He believes whatever he does, he doing for a reason, and that's a good reason. So he played really, really well because if someone would talk to me like this, I would never go to the woods with a person like that. But he like he's going to be okay. Ah, that moment scared me so much. I should get used to them seeing the ghosts and everything, but I hate jump scares. I do not go to the haunted houses. Around Halloween, those haunted mazes, no, that's not my stuff. I'm so easily can be jump scared. I am fine watching like thrillers. I like horror movies where not jump scares, but maybe like something build up, mystery, whatever, monsters. I'm fine with that, but jump scare, I'm not doing well with that. And I was drinking tea when that stupid doll was start screaming. I almost dropped my cup. I almost throw it in the air. Ah, and poor Jade almost fell down. And the Victor's father keep walking around. He reminds me like one of those alcoholic neighbors who doesn't know what to do, and all what he trying to do find somebody with who he can have a drink, or maybe if he doesn't have a money for drink, get some money from you. And feels like Jade only one who is really trying to figure it out this place. He's building his own battle tree. I think he's trying to put the notes. Who knows, maybe he will be able to open some kind of portal. I don't know what this will come in. But we know in the bar he had bunch of bottles and he can make that new tree. What I really like that analogy that when they was talking about the Victor, the analogy he made that Victor is a Tarzan who is grew up in this environment. He survived this environment. that environment made him who he is. Do not try to fix him. Just be there for him. Don't laugh at him. No, you doesn't know how to eat with a spoon. Just be there with him. And I think it was really good suggestion, and that's a really good explanation about Victor, who he is. And but Jade, like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Bart because at least that I can pretend I'm working. Moment with the cutting down the tree, that faraway tree, and boy in white suddenly appear. And interesting how Victor saying you change. Of course, we as the audience we understand when kids growing, and that's normal. And kind of hard to explain that this boy was small and young when the Victor was small and young, and he's some kind of ghost or whatever entity of this place. He's not supposed to change, but kids, actor kids, they grow and they needed to explain this somehow. And I applaud them. They was able to find that kind of solution. Is like, yeah, trees is moving, snow is falling, this place is changing, you changing, and I am changing. So, okay, it was clever. Maybe they wouldn't need to talk about that, but the way they explain his growth, that he was staying as a kid, since Victor was a kid, but suddenly he started growing. The way how they explained, I like it. I accept it. Thank you. But he told him, do not cut this tree. I'm friend and I'm still your friend and I'm trying for best, but I'm not going to tell you anything because I told Christopher once, but it didn't work. You need to figure it out on your own. Whatever. Maybe we have some kind of cycles. With the Christopher, when he told him and he didn't do it, his Victor's mother did it, something went wrong and everyone in the village got wiped out. And we get this reset, reboot. Except the Victor, everyone was gone, but Victor was alive. And now we start getting people to that Fromville again. And some of those people do not live that long. Do you remember that anniversary for Fatima when Donna saying, some of you appeared here before Fatima, but most of you came after her. So this way we know, the majority of people show up in this time less than a 1 year mark, because Fatima was 1 year anniversary. That tells us that repopulating this town happened in just only few years. And maybe he's afraid if he going to give a direct clue how he did with the Christopher, something again going to get messed up and whole village will get wiped out. We'll see. We'll see. Whole this scene that, oh, this place giving us a guilt. I understand why they gave this scene to father son talk, to don't feel guilty for what you told Julie. This place wants us to blame ourselves. Don't blame yourself. And we hear the Thomas start speaking from a radio, and both of them like, no, that's not a Thomas, let's go away from here. They needed to show us this place. If they keep this set after so many years, maybe this set will still make some kind of difference. Maybe something will still happen here if they still can keep coming over here. Because do you remember a lot of things was happening in the first season in this trailer. Then later Jade and Jim was coming here to build stuff, connect the cables. So okay, from that moment I would give 10 out of the 10. If before this it's like maybe 4 out of 10, for this it's 10 out of the 10. Those last 5 minutes, they was great. And that's why it's everything balanced out for me for 7 out of 10. I really like the ending because that start my gears keep going. trying to play with these different theories. It helps me to keep interest for this show, even if I doesn't understand what's going on. I was at least happy that she explained where she was, what she saw about the unqueer children, all of that. I'm glad when characters freaking talk and storyline moving forward. I hate when they just like we need to talk but talking about the meaningless stuff. But when they clarify and make those connections, that's when I'm happy. And she was like, I'm just so scared. And she said, you'll never be alone here. And I don't know if it's a good stuff or bad, because in this place, even your family dead, you're not alone, because there is going to be monsters, there is going to be ghosts, there is going to be crazy crows, there is going to be worms, will be cicadas. You never will be alone in this place. And I don't know if that's a good thing, to be honest. But suddenly one of the children on Kui appeared. I don't know about you, but if the what kind of ghosts appear from a forest and start, come to me, I am a little ugly child, scary one, come, and drop everything, not telling anyone, just start going into the forest. I don't know. Darwin theory inside of me trying to say, okay, if you stupid, go die. You're not smart enough to survive. Anyway, they find it that place, and again, I like it that Julie said, like, oh, I know this place. When I went through the tree, that's where I end up. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's going to give some kind of clues for the Tabitha later. Who knows? Oh, maybe they just decide to forget about it. Fatima, good job. Really nice digging skills. Of course, she cannot open door right now, but that's a rule of the TV shows. If we see the locked door, of course, that door will get open. And hopefully, in the next episode, hopefully, we will find out what on another side by the end of the season 3. She in pain again, and the ghosts appearing, and we finding out that the ghost not just can come in and say stuff, it can physically interact with the humans, because she was able to close her mouth. She was able to push her down to the bed. Okay, there is a people, do not make a peep. Which just makes really crazy ghost with the crazy ghost powers. And now this is my most mind-blowing moment, what's happening when she comes to the Victor and trying to calm him down. Suddenly she starts seeing memories of Victor's mother. And again, let me repeat whatever I said in the beginning of this review. We do not know what's happening. Is it reincarnation and she suddenly starts seeing her previous life? Is she medium and the ghost of the Victor's mother came into her and gave her this knowledge? Or she just able to see what's happening in this place? This way, that's how she was as a child, so those dreams next to the red stones. She see this goodbye spot, that was goodbye spot, what exactly happening, and how she was running through the forest and got attacked by a smiley monster and got killed there. And she's really confused. She cannot make a sense of it. And her daughter trying to hug her, she like, no, nobody touch me. Nobody touch me. But in the same time, she is leaning towards Victor, almost like some kind of feelings that projected into her whatever was felt by Victor's mother. Okay, we'll find out how this is going to play out on the next week, but I'm so grateful you found the time to come here and listen my chitty chats. Looking forward to read your comments and continue the conversation over there. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye.